We have some reputable Pixel 5 renders showcasing a familiar design. This thing looks exactly like a scaled up, or not even a scaled up, just a different material on a Pixel 4a. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just kind of, it's a funny leak because it might as well be a Pixel 4a. Actually, they're saying here they think it's a mix of a Pixel 4 and 4a. This will be the premium device, the Pixel 5. And it got really weird because you remember we talked on a recent episode about how they give up on the flagship level processors from Qualcomm. They're not going to slap an 800 series in there. This is the speculation of the moment. And it's going to be all about budget and affordability. Now, it's going to have a better chip than what we've seen in the 4A. It will likely have the 765G, which is a 5G enabled chipset, and 6 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage. That's the current speculation, but the size of it, Will, is going to be 5.7 or 5.8 inches, which is tiny in 2020. That's the same type of scale as the entry-level iPhone 12 that I held up. I don't think I have it here. I don't have it here, but it was tiny. I made a video on it, and it basically, the form factor was similar to an iPhone SE. But just with a better screen to body ratio. So this thing is going to be quite small for a flagship phone in 2020. And then the big phone will have a weird name, the 4A 5G. They're going to put out this alongside a Pixel 4a 5G, which that'll be the one if you want a big screen. How weird is all this?
Yeah, that's very strange.
It's a very strange approach.
Why can't they call it the 5XL?
Because it probably won't have the same spec list. It's going to have the cheaper spec list. They're going to try to aim, I guess, close to the 4A's pricing, which is currently at $350.
Right.
They're probably going to add the 5G for maybe another $100 and sell it for $449. So now you can get a big phone for under $500 or maybe $499. I'm just guessing right now. Maybe they do them for the exact same price. You can get the big phone with the slightly slower chip, or the Pixel 5 with the slightly faster chip and the smaller screen for $499. It's a lot to figure out.
They should have launched the 4A with the 4A XL.
Well, keep in mind the 4A was supposed to come out a billion years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're in this A zone, and it could have been light, and we always argue about the names. Who knows how they're doing it, but apparently we'll also have reversed wireless charging or battery share. Charge up your pods on the back of it. IP68 water and dust resistance. And yes, good idea of pricing. Google teased that the Pixel 4a 5G and 5 will start at $499. So there you go. It's going to be a really interesting launch to see what people gravitate towards. Are people ready for going back to smaller phones? We'll find out with the iPhone 12. We're going to find out with the Pixel 5, it looks like.
Right.
You like the smaller phones, so that might be your perfect phone, the Pixel 5.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
As long as you're okay with the 765G inside of it for the processor, then that might be your phone, Will.
As long as it has screen call.
Yeah, definitely.